Till now, we went through HTML, CSS, and SAS. Uh, so this is actually enough to create any kind of layout. But there are a few things which becomes too repetitive when we work on many projects. For example, see everywhere we had to specify the margin to zero, padding to zero because it was taking a default margin padding. Say here also it has taken some default browser padding which I didn't define it. So and if you see the responsiveness, so there is something called responsiveness. So it is how a website looks in on desktop, mobile, and tablet devices. So the way you can see is click on this in Chrome or any other browser. So we can see that we can select any device. So in iPhone 5 it looks like this, right? So it is not responsive. It's not responsive in mobile screen. So it looks like this. So it is not responsive in landscape or portrait mode. Say in mobile screen you want this to come one and below other, and in desktop you want this to be one next to other. So all this, if you want to do, you need to write a lot of CSS code for various devices. So that's the reason we use some frameworks. So one of the most famous framework is Bootstrap, which is created by Twitter. So they have a set of CSS files which they already defined, and we can reuse it in a project which solves most of these problems. Um, so if you go to getbootstrap.com and check out documentation, so we can see that there are already so many components and layouts which we can use in our projects by default without writing any CSS. So let me show how to include this. So you can uh, you can either download the CSS and JavaScript file, or you can just copy this and then paste it in your head. So first you paste the bootstrap file, and then you need to place our custom file. That is because if you want to override any of the styles which have been provided by the CSS, then you have to do it in your CSS. If you put this above, then the bootstrap will override your styles or classes if you have defined. And that's it. That's how you define a bootstrap file. So in the future videos, let's see all the grid systems and the classes which Bootstrap provides, which we can reuse in our code.